Hello, everybody. I see you, Canadian. My man always showing up. Being like, this motherfucker got like 5 seconds. Let's get into it. Oh. God, I've been watching everybody's heads explode. It's great. I don't know what makes people think to turn on the camera and record their mental breakdown, but it's funny to watch. Nick? What is it? I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks. Magic tricks? Yep. Magic tricks are, by their very definition, tricks, right? But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. That's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the trick. But, the trick Pearly showed me was incredible. Pearls did a magic trick? What kind of trick was it? Let's see. It looked like she pulled the end of her own thumb off. Ah, Maya. Poor Maya. First she put her right thumb next to her left hand and then it just separated. She could move it up and down and everything. It was incredible. Really? Was it kind of like this? How do you do that? Oh, what? Nick, you're like a real magician. See, this is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm no good at it. Especially hard tricks like flying away from the scene of a murder. You'll take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out. I find myself cracking out this song. It's so good. I don't see any way out of this. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's no way we can solve the mystery of a criminal flying by tomorrow. I was thinking, do you really think the criminal flew through the air? The only one who thinks that is Mo, right? He says he saw it. That's true. Mo looked awfully serious when he said that. You think he might be trying to frame Max? If that was it, he would have simply said, I saw Max. That would have been enough. There's no reason why anyone would believe he flew. But what if the criminal really did fly? There's only one person who could do that. Max. You're really not helping my confidence here, Maya. So, any ideas? Everyone seems to hate Max. Ben, Trillo, Mo. They all have nothing nice to say. That magician does seem rather full of himself, doesn't he? Especially when he says things like, customers only go to the circus to see him. He even hit Ben over the head with a bottle. But what? But that doesn't seem enough to frame another person for murder. And it was proven that neither Ben nor Mo lied on the stand. Maybe Ben saw the ringmaster wearing Max's costume. But Mo clearly said that he saw Max himself. Well, I'm betting it was his daughter. Everybody's trying to marry me. I'm 16, I don't want that. You hear that? It sounds like two people arguing. Alright, let's do it. Are you ready? Wait. Quit your whining. Let's just give this a shot already. Alright, let's go. Row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know that. I'm trying my best, but... Trillo, this just isn't going to work. Do you enjoy saying dumb things? You're going to have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, what are you going to do then? Hello, Ben. Hello to you too, Trillo. What are you doing here? Can't you see we're on a secret crash training course? I'm sorry. Secret crash training? Whoa. Yeah. Trillo wouldn't give up until I said we'd try out his idea for a new routine. So, We're trying to sing in a round for our new ventriloquist act. In a round? You can do that? That's incredible.
See? Even they were surprised by the idea. I told you.
We're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea.
And once we've got a grip on the basics, then it's just a matter of practice.
You think so? Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you.
Ah, there it is. Now that I've got this ring back, it's time to take one more shot at Regina.
I know that you've already testified in court today.
You want to talk about what we saw, right?
Yeah?
Well, at first we thought it was the old man. Just looking at his walk and how he acted, right, Ben?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But then we said hello and didn't even get a reply. Not to mention he was draped in those gaudy symbols.
What would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols?
What do you think, Ben?
I would have thought it was the ringmaster. Something just isn't adding up here. I wonder who they really saw. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina.
I'm completely serious about her. That's why I'm waiting for her even now.
Really? That's so sweet. But if you really wanted to see Regina, shouldn't you check out the tent?
You haven't got a clue about things, do you, sweetheart?
Huh?
Waiting like this is part of being in love.
How so?
If you had a clue, you would know that waiting is such a sweet, wonderful torture. When your body aches for your partner's love. That's one of the best parts.
Yeah, I knew that. Poor Maya. She's so red she looks like a vine-ripe tomato. So, how is this new routine working out?
Will you two just take a chill pill already? Our routines are secret. We're going to take the ventriloquism world by storm. It'll be a real revolution.
Huh, that sounds incredible.
Let me make one thing clear. We're not going to take on the world just because that jerk said we should.
That jerk?
Max Galactica. Performer should aim for the world. Who does he think he is?
Trillo, you seem to be really fired up about all this.
He needs to realize that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage.
You're right.
Mark my words. I, Trillo Quist, will win the Grand Prix.
You're the man now, doll.
Row, row, row your boat will be the key to a glorious victory.
Not the rain on your parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best?
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? Don't screw this up. You've gotta be a part of this too.
I love him. He's great.
Oh, it's you two.
You look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get more rest?
I'm taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss Von Karma told me to come down here and do this for her.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Let me tell you something, pal. Listening to that old clown sucks all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something.
I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes.
I know that, pal. Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much?
Franziska really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself.
No way, pal. You're not gonna get me into a backbite a woman with a whip. No way.
Why are you defending her?
Prosecutor Von Karma's always got her eyes on us. And every time, you definitely don't want her to show up. There she is! Don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up!
Looks like she's, wound him up pretty tight.
She's directly above us as we speak.
Huh? How's that possible?
According to the clown, The culprit jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. If that's what happened, it means the killer passed right by this window, pal.
Oh, I see. Who lives in that room, behind the window up there?
The acrobat's got his room up on the 3rd floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Von Karma's gonna start her investigation up there. So, don't get any ideas of going up to the acrobat's room. Got it, pal?
Nah. Franziska Von Karma. Once she's done with her investigation, I think I'll go up there and check it out. Alright, Mo. This therapy sesh better be working for you, Mo. Mo's not here. If he was here, you would have been able to tell even before you stepped into his room. I'm sure you would have heard him laughing anyway. What do you think he's laughing at when he's all by himself? I always thought he was thinking up new jokes. Huh. He must really love his work. So, nope. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here. What's... Nope, nothing? Okay, cool. Let me just double check up here. Okay, cool. Nothing yet. Huh? Where's Regina? I don't know. But if she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here. Nick, you're kind of a chicken, aren't you? No. I'm just, allergic to wild tigers. Max and the ringmaster had their talk in this room. That could have been when the ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside. Why'd you do that anyway? Was it really that cold or something? Probably. Can we at least see what's over here? The face of somebody already knew that. Yep. Scrap of white paper. No, we can't grab it yet? Damn it. Fine.
Right! Welcome to the wonderful, the fabulous, the cafeteria.
Ah! Well, he's in an awfully good mood.
Alright, you know what time it is. Riddle time. Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you can answer this. It's easy.
Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction?
Wrong. Try again. Okay. What do you think, girlie?
I got it.
Okay. What's your answer?
Because they are in the cafeteria.
Exactly. In an incredibly sad pace. That cafe.
I did it. What's going on? He's being too nice. So, hey, you doing good? Today's been a really crazy day, hasn't it?
You're telling me. I didn't think it was going to be so tough.
Tough?
Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh. For instance, it was such a tough crowd this morning I had to smash watermelons.
Huh.
I told them all a great story and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing.
You even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no service joke.
Exactly! How can you not laugh at stunning comedy like that?
Are you 100% sure about your testimony today?
I saw what I saw, I swear. That creep just
flew through the air?
It wasn't exactly flying, per se. It was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max.
I don't see a psyche lock. He must be telling the truth. Alright. So I guess we go, talk to everyone's favorite boy. Oh, my sweeties. You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there. A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. And since I'm a famed magician, they said, let's make you your very own TV special. Really? What kind of TV special? Maximilian Galactica, the Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live. Hey, that sounds like it would be an awesome special. But if I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with the law. That's what I was thinking. But the production staff is already working on the show. If you don't get me out quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. You seem awfully calm about that possibility. I'd have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business. The night of the crime. You didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you? Here's how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is not something I can just do at will. I don't care what the Stoogie Clown says, it wasn't me. Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying? You will have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut. I don't teach people tricks, but I will say it this much. It's much harder than you think. Bro, we're in a murder trial. Tell us how. We're not gonna tell anybody else. I was thinking about this in court today. I've got a favor to ask you. Anything for you, sweetie. Be friends with the other performers in the circus. Fabulous! Great jokes. Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like them? But I've won the world stage. I've won the International Grand Prix. International Grand Prix? Performers should always look to perform on the world stage. But the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That is something that I cannot simply tolerate. Ambition, huh? Something about what Max just said rings true to my ears. So, what's this Grand Prix you're talking about? Oh my. My sweeties want to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told this story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. We're sorry to make you tell it again. You really must not have heard me. I'm really sick of telling this story. But what can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Voila! Take a look at this. I just happen to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me. Just look at that fabulous stage. That is the first stage I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself that I could die right then, and die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim. Wow. By the way, I think everyone who is a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain that to the other people in the circus. That's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Hey, Nick, how about you buy me a trophy? That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Look and learn, that's what you should tell them. Learn how to get thrown in jail? Alright, so I gotta show that around. Cool. Hey, bud. Nope. Okay. Well, he clearly has nothing to do. So I guess we show it to Mo. Hey, bud.
Ah, not this picture. You showed it to you guys too?
You seen it as well?
Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around. Oh, yeah. He didn't just show me the picture.
What do you mean?
He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing is enormous. It's in this picture, I think. He'd make us worship it.
We found our murder weapon. We found our murder weapon.
He'd make us worship it. Every day. He makes us bow to his greatness.
He's got a big bust. I wouldn't mind hearing some more about Max's bust. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. So what's this about a bust?
Max's bust should be on that small table over there.
There's nothing over there.
Really? Oh, yeah. When was it? I'd say about 5 days ago. All of a sudden, the bust disappeared.
It disappeared?
If you want to see it, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. Max just had to put the picture up.
Hey, this thing's really cool. Nick, I want someone to make a bust of me. Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it. Aww. Is there anything else that's changed about this place?
Nope, nothing changes that I can see.
I would wonder if he's actually thinking about this or if he's just setting up a bad joke.
Nope, I'm drawing a blank here.
A quiet mow is a good mow in my book. I guess there really aren't any other things that have changed, huh?
Well, there's this one teensy tiny thing that does seem different.
Tell us. What is it?
Well, one morning, on the morning of the crime, over on that bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and center.
Piece of paper?
It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I can see its title.
Yeah, to the murderer. It says to the murderer. Murderer?
Yep, that's what it says. But the rest of it has been ripped off. And I don't know who posted it.
When did you find this?
The morning before the murder.
Before the murder?
Yeah. The ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered.
Who in the world posted this thing? Nick, I think we better follow up on this important lead. How are we... real quick. Nope, nothing else. Cool. Nope, no one's ever told me that. Welcome to the internet. Hey, you want to see this? Would you mind taking a look at this? It's... I guess we... Oh, it's this again. Okay, cool. Gumshoe, you here? I guess we show it to Mo? Sure. He gave it to me, but he might have something else to say.
The morning of the murder, this was posted up on the bulletin board. That's around when Max clonked Ben over the head. Sorry, I hadn't remembered it until now. It was torn down before anyone really paid any attention to it.
So, you don't know what was written on it, do you?
Unfortunately, I don't. But I bet you they would know.
Who are they?
Max and Ben. They were here before me that morning.
Ben? Well, first things first. Max. Hey! We got something for you. Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder, it was posted on the wall in the cafeteria. I do know all about that note. When I read it, my heart certainly skipped a beat. Your heart skipped a beat. While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room. And company? I guess it wasn't really a company. It was just the ringmaster and my sweetie pie. When the ringmaster read the note, he turned an incredible bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into the pocket of his tailcoat. So now I can get that paper, can't I? Really? Out of curiosity, what in the world was written on that thing? Let's see. Oh, I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go and find out on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess. Alright. Hey, Ben. Ben, you want to see something? Would you mind taking a look at this? Yep. Yep. That's fine. Hey, give me this. Hey, do you see that? There's a scrap of paper shoved into the pocket of the tailcoat. It's been here for the past couple days. Why didn't we get that paper? It's important. You know, I've got a feeling I know what that is. I bet it's the other half of the note that Mo gave us. Then, let's hurry up and check this thing out, Nick. I knew it. It fits perfectly with the other piece. What does it say? What does it say? To the murderer. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Tonight at 10 p.m.? That's when the murder took place. Now we need to find out who called out the ringmaster. But to the murderer... To the what the wait. You haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago, have you? I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House plot. The ringmaster killed somebody. Who died? Who died? Hey, Ben. Ben, hey. Ben, hey. Nope. Okay, cool. Seriously, nothing? Okay, cool. Hey, Max. What about this? Fabulous. Oh, really? Okay, cool. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you did a good job, as usual.
Well, I'm done with the investigation of the acrobat. Finally. But, with Miss Von Karma.
Nick, what is that? That beeping sound.
It's Miss Von Karma.
Huh?
Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not very far behind.
Is it some sort of pager or something?
If you don't mind, pal, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Quick! See you, pal!
I didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flatfoot. Never seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens. Well, let's go inside. It's freezing out here. Ah! That's biting his lashes from a whip!
Von Karma! She really did appear.
It was a real battle today in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Did you have to jump out and scare us like that? What can I do for you? Tomorrow will be the day. The day that my dream finally comes true. You mean the story of my defeat at your hands, making the national news? National news? You possess such a small sense of scale. The global news, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your miserable plight will be known internationally. think she might be overestimating the importance of a win by just a smidge. So, hey! Miss Von Karma, it appears you got your hands onto something big, huh? I'm amazed you picked up on that much. Anyone could. You couldn't hide that look of victory with 10 paper bags on your head. I've got conclusive evidence, and a conclusive witness. Need any more hints? A conclusive witness. You must mean the acrobat, right? I'm putting in the summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It's the final nail in your coffin, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yeah. I get it already. You want to beat and destroy me. I can't worry about her. I've got to try and find out more information by myself. Why do you keep giving Nick the evil eye? It doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow. Nothing will be able to bring your dad back. My dad? You must mean the esteemed Manfred von Karma. Yeah, of course your dad. I know you miss him. Enough of the review. One more word and you'll get a mouthful of zip. Now, when did I ever bring up my papa's name in this? Or any other conversation? Then what's this revenge thing you're talking about? You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I have to see him again. One more time. Him? I'm sure you know of whom I refer. Miles Edgeworth! What? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth? Why would you even bring him up? You haven't forgotten, have you? Do you know who it was that slain the gift prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth? Manfred von Karma? Exactly right. It was my papa. And that means Edgeworth was right again. Miles was like a little brother to me. Little brother? But Edgeworth and Nick are the same age. Edgeworth. The man who inspired me to become an attorney. I fought against him in a few cases. But a little after that case was over, he vanished. It's your fault he's gone. What? It's the truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Hi. Nick, what does she mean? Edgeworth was never quite the same after that case. And then, with the case after that one, he never set foot in the court again. And then, one day, he just vanished. All he left was a simple note at the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. That was 1 year ago. It was a few months after you left to go back home. Mr. Edgeworth, he's dead? No, he's not dead. He did not pull a death note and just fuck off and his body ain't found. I don't believe it. He's still alive. I'm sure of it. Somewhere in this world. He's still alive. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death? Of course he did. You ruined his reputation as a prosecutor. You effectively killed the prosecutor in him. Just like your victory muddled the honorable name Von Karma. I'm going to find him. And then, I'm going to teach him his rightful place with my own two hands. Nick, about Edgeworth. Maya, I already told you once. Don't make me do it again. Don't bring up his name in front of me again, okay? Nick? Miss Von Karma. What? I don't know if you're God's gift to prosecutors or not, but I've had about enough of you.
Him too.
What in the world happened? Huh. This dog is all bark and no bite. He's already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform you two of today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battles this country has ever seen. Nick?
Let's go. We need to talk with the performer on the 3rd floor.
I'm sorry I brought it up, Nick.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, what do I do? What voice do I do for you?
Hi, I'm Carl.
Give him John Redcorn. Do you have any idea how long it's been since I've seen King of the Hill? I'll make him Carl. I'll do Carl.
You must be Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Ken Dingling. But here at the circus, everyone just calls me Acro. No, Mr. Acro? Ah. How do you know my name? The detective told me. He said you'd definitely show up here. Acro? You're a member of the circus as well? That's right. I mainly performed on the tightrope or the flying trapeze. But nowadays, all I perform is in my wheelchair.
Oh. I didn't even realize that was a wheelchair. Why do I get the feeling you're the killer now? I'm willing to bet that that the victim is the one that put you in said wheelchair. I'm not ableist, I just didn't realize that was a wheelchair.
Acro, why did you join the circus? When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. Then one night they decided to run away from it all, without me.
I'm willing to bet that he had something to do with the legs. That's a guess. That is a very good guess.
The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me. He truly was his lifesaver. It seemed like the ringmaster was truly a saint. He was. That's why I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. By killing him! And now, look how someone repaid him for all the good in his life. It's such a shame. Sometimes, I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performers. Perhaps he was too kind to his daughter. Huh. I wonder if he spoiled Regina. Regina is so cute. She's truly a princess. Truly a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing? Do I detect a hint of a grudge against Regina? Sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair? The nerves in my legs were badly damaged. And you can't walk now? I can't even stand now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself. There's no ramps! They put you on the top floor? Oh, you poor motherfucker. It's definitely him now. It's this motherfucker fucked up my legs and put me on the top floor. That's awful. The accident happened during an acrobat session, right? Oh. It doesn't seem like Acro's injuries were acrobatic in nature. What's on your mind, Mr. Wright? Well, Exactly when were you injured? It's been almost 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice. 6 months! 6 months! 6 months! I know what happened 6 months. 1 plus 1 plus 1. 6 months ago. What in the world went on at this circus then? I stopped by yesterday and noticed that you weren't in your room. I was at the hospital all day yesterday. You went there for rehabilitation? What about the murder? Of course I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a dream. Huh? I just couldn't believe it. I saw what I saw. What you saw? Geez, that sounded really ominous. So what'd you see, bud? That night, I was in bed sleeping when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window. I see, the scene of the crime was right below your window. That's when I looked out the window. What did you see? It was flying up into the air. He? Maximilian Galactica. What? That's what I thought he'd say. You're absolutely positive that it was Max you saw flying? I am absolutely sure. There's no doubt in my mind. Nick. Alright, let's see what we can do about this. Nope. Back. Let's just crack it open and take a look. Let's just take a peek. I doubt I could crack it right now, but it's worth a look. I have to ask you, how were you injured? I'm sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice. An accident during practice? Yes, unfortunately acrobats are prone to all sorts of injuries. He's lying. If that were the real cause, he'd have no problem to keep it a secret. Acro, are you really telling me a practice accident was the cause of your injury? I mean... Well, wait a minute. Huh. Put this guy on the third... Hey, you want to talk? Okay, cool. Hey! Oh, there's the tiger. I've got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, Nick! Wonderful. Today's special must be Filet-O-Phoenix. Stay, heal! Oh, Maya, Nick, it's you guys. Look, there are two. My two suspects are her and Acro. I'm sorry. I guess I made a mistake. A mistake? Yeah, little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primate was out there a lesson. But I was expecting more of a monkey than human. A monkey? So, it's a pity about what happened to the ringmaster. Dad? Everyone loved him, didn't they? He must have been quite a man. He was! I love my dad so much! I hate to say it, but she doesn't seem all that broken up about her father. That's why I feel lonely. Not that I won't be able to see him for a while. For a while? Yeah! When Leon died, I talked with my dad and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. A star? That means that my dad is looking down on me from the sky. That's why I love the night so much. I can see everyone who's gone. When someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. That's kind of sweet. But I bet you there's no way Maya believes that. What do you mean there's no way I believe that? Do you think that one day I'll be a star too? Of course. You really think so? Yeah, you will. I think. I've got a feeling that everyone is doing great up there in the sky. I wonder if everything's alright with Regina.
My ancestors are smiling upon me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
Just go back and clear something up. Why did you want to teach Money a lesson? Because he's a meanie. He's got something that means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to you. It must be something shiny, right? Actually, it's a stage costume. I've got lots of spangles. It's really beautiful. You should see it. We should. When the costume gets hit by the spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Mr. Attorney. If you saw that monkey, would you get my costume back for me, wouldn't you? It's really important for me. Of course, yeah. Leave it all up to us. I guess there's no turning down that request. Yay! You're really gonna do it? Alright. So, poke our head back in here. What? No, Mo's gone. There's a message on the bulletin board. I'm hungry, so I'm off to get some hamburgers. Love, Mo. Hamburger. Just thinking about it is making me hungry. All of a sudden, I need a burger bad. All of a sudden, I need a new partner. Bad! Okay, cool. Poke our head back in the ringmaster's room. Nope, nothing. Okay, cool. Well, we know where the monkey goes. Nope, nothing in there. Hey, is the monkey in here? Ew, it's a huge pile of trash. One man's trash is another monkey's treasure. I guess you're right. Look, they're all shiny things. He's even got a motorcycle exhaust. What do they even call this thing? Oh, a tuba, right? Of course it's a tuba, silly. You don't know that? Hey, it's a picture of Regina. Well, she is a shining beauty. No objections here. FBI, open up. It's a monkey calendar. That girl must really love monkeys. Huh. He's got a barbell. Look around. Everything he's got is for upper body training. Wait a second. These are the same machines I saw on TV all the time. Hey, Nick. What? I don't have this one. This barbell here is a new model. Don't overdo it, Maya. You don't want to end up a muscle woman. What's wrong with that? This bed is incredibly well made. It's almost like a maid set it up. Even the laundry on top of the bed is folded perfectly. Nick, there's nothing unusual about that at all. It's how things are supposed to be. Can a man respect another man for doing something said man cannot do? Alright. Hey, the net's ripped. The monkey must be prone to breaking things. He's hardcore. Nah, the net looks fine to me. You really think that he plays basketball? I think so. Monkeys live life above the rim, you know. You're joking, right? You really think that monkey has got proverbial game? Of course. That monkey doesn't fake the funk on a nasty dunk. Well, a prehensile tail might be an unfair advantage. Money must use this to swing around on. Go ahead, Nick. I know you want to ride on it too. Maybe later. You can see the big top from the window here. There's no snow on top of the big top. Kind of weird, don't you think? Inside the tent is warm, so any snow that lands on the top probably melts. I guess you're right. The snow probably just slides right off. No, nothing there? Anything else? Okay, cool. So 6 months. How long has Max been working there? Nope, okay, you got no idea. Okay, I have a rough idea as to how to get by Acro's whole thing here. So 6 months ago. That's not conclusive evidence here to actually get past what he has. Hey, you know what a monkey is? Heh. Heh. Money is a great friend to me. That pile of treasure over there is his collection, huh? It is indeed. Money will bring anything back with him. Aw, that's so cute. Yeah, I'm not great with the ladies. But I seem to be pretty popular with the animals. Damn it! I have a rough idea. So 6 months ago, conclusive evidence. His shit did happen 6 months ago. But doesn't really have anything else that would prove otherwise. Well, let's give it a try. Well, if this fails, I have no idea. Are you really telling me that a practice accident was the cause of your injury? Like, I feel like it's this. 6 months ago. 6 months ago. But even then, that ain't gonna do shit. Because then that would mean he's the killer. So he ain't gonna admit to that. Oh, I've already got 2 left? Oh god. I got 4 left. This ain't good. Let me just... I ain't gonna risk that. Game over and lose all this progress? No. Hell no. Risk a game over and lose all that. Alright, Acro, just tell me the truth. Do you mind if I ask you a question first? What do you want to know? You really think I could get an injury from like this from something like that? Yep, cool, I figured. We go back. Back to the past, Samurai Jack. I got nothing. My brain explodes, apparently. I don't know. So, anything else in here? A voracious reader. Look at all the hard books he's got here. Clowns for Dummies. The joke's on you. Treat your peons right. And the classic, funny jokes are funny. Wow, Mo is very studious. Joke's on you, huh? Don't really see anything. Hey, have you guys seen the monkey? Nope. Okay, cool. Anything else, like, in here? Probably for tightrope. There weren't any tightrope walkers in the show when we saw it. A ladder. It's probably just a step ladder. What's the difference? They do the same thing, right? I think you should stick with the basic facts of the matter. Okay. Sure, give me a hint. That's where Max comes out during the show. I have to admit, that was a pretty cool effect. We're planning for me to start coming out of the lion during the show. That's great, Regina. Yeah, I will ride on Regent's back and jump out of the lion's mouth. I want to try it too. Talk to Max about the morning. Sometimes I wonder about this. I can talk to Max now? The night of the crime, you wouldn't happen to fly off into the sky. Night of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Flying off into the sky is nothing. Yeah. Present the paper? I already did. See? Want me to sign it for you? Sigh. Okay, Regina. Hey, you want to see this? Ah, Regina, have you ever seen this before? I know what this is. Oh, shit! I wasn't expecting her to actually know anything. Really? Well, it was in my pocket for a while. It was in your pocket? This piece of paper was in your pocket. I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. Breakfast time? Yeah, I always take Acro to his breakfast in the morning. That's when I also take out the trash in his room. Then I'd go to the cafeteria and eat my own breakfast. That's when you realized the piece of paper was in your pocket? Yep. But since I'm not a murderer, I just figured it belonged to someone else's pocket. Then what? I wondered if the person who lost it was in trouble, so... You didn't put it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria, did you? I did! I stuck it up there. How'd you know? Huh. So it was Regina who put it up there. When did this happen? The morning of the murder, I think. That explains a lot. I wonder who wrote this. Alright! So anything else? No? Okay, cool. That doesn't really help me. Alright, now. Hey, you. Oh, cool, there we go. They must have taken Max in for questioning again. There really isn't anything we needed to ask him right now anyway. You're right, I guess. Let's go then. Cool, back to Acro. Hey! Fuck. What's this? It's what we want to know. It was posted in the cafeteria the morning before the murder. In the cafeteria. What happened? He suddenly looks incredibly serious. If it's got something to do with her, then you should go straight to the source. Her? Regina, ask her about it. Your target was Regina and you got the boss, didn't you? Regina was the target. I wonder what they mean by murderer. It's like some kind of soap opera. It's kind of strange. Strange is probably too nice of a word. No? Regina! Please! What? Hey! Ah, it's Acro. Is he in this room today? Yeah, he is. We just came back from the meeting with him. I hope his legs get better soon. Acro's so incredible, especially on the trapeze. The trapeze is that enormous swing hanging over the top of the tent, right? Yep, that's it. I really want to see him up there again. Acro the acrobat. That's strange. Acro doesn't seem to have very many nice things to say about Regina. But Regina seems to like Acro just fine. No? Nothing? Nothing! Hey, you! Got any more info on this asshole? Damn it! You! Talk to me! No! Fine, Acro, hey! No! So, Regina. She's cool, isn't she? And can you believe such a cute girl is an animal tamer? It seems the animals are not the only thing she tames. Max, the ringmaster, Ben. She's got them all under her thumb. What do you mean by that? Maybe I went a bit overboard. It's just Regina's innocence. She was an incredibly sheltered child. I'd say it seems that way. That's why she can be so cruel. What? Regina is just like the animals she claims to tame. She's innocent, thus she can be cruel. I wonder what happened between Acro and Regina. Sure! I don't know where to go now. I don't have enough... Hey, Max! Nope. Ex-lovers? Actually, how old was he? 26. Yeah, no. No. No, I'm good. Hey!
Hey!
Something smells fantastic. So we know it can't be Mo. Wait, I know what it is. It's burgers.
Hello. Welcome to the Bistro du Cirque. Cirque. Castro du Cirque. AKA the cafeteria.
Huh. It smells so good in here, and those burgers look great. She's drooling like she's some sort of crazed burger monster.
My burgers are the best. Juicy meat, toasted buns, special sauce. They are absolutely irresistible to anyone with a hankering for a burger. One bite will send you to hamburger heaven.
I bet I can tell by that smell. Oh, I'm getting hungry too. Those burgers must have some kind of special power. It'll probably taste real funny. Now that the ringmaster is gone, what are you going to do?
That's all I've thought about the past 2 days. Everyone loved Russell. You've heard Acro's story, haven't you? Like how he was adopted when he was younger. He's calmed down a bit now, but he was livid when he heard about the murder. Acro was so upset that he couldn't go on.
He was upset? He was that upset?
Yeah, he was. Anyways, I gave it some thought. Maybe I should give up on trying to be a half-baked clown. I've been thinking of trying on the ringmaster's shoes.
What? Really?
Max would still be an issue, though.
Max?
He may be a bit mean and hard to work with, but it's hard to argue with his importance. He's probably the reason the circus is still around. And a lot of what he says is right.
Mo.
All that's left to see is to see if everyone can get over the tragedy. You know.
What tragedy? You know, what is he talking about? Get over what tragedy, Mo?
Don't worry about it. It's nothing at all.
He must mean the tragic death of the ringmaster, right?
Yeah, that's it. You're right, girlie. Good dang. Correctamundo.
Doesn't he mean dang? Mo, I mean no disrespect here, but are you lying to us?
No, not at all. What makes you think that?
It's just the way you said if everyone can get over the tragedy seemed a bit strange. It sounded like you were talking about something from a long time ago. Mo, I'm right, aren't I? Fuck. Huh. So now we're getting closer to the truth. It was about 6 months ago. It was just a little accident.
Give me a break.
Us old men can have accidents. I wear big pants for a reason. 6 months ago, eh? Let's give it a try. Let's see. It's probably very simple for you. Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on at this circus?
Okay. There's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over here. Some juicy hit burgers. Let's eat instead.
Unfortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man myself. Actually, I've got an idea of what happened back then. Mo, you said something about the accident. This wouldn't happen to be the cause of the accident, would it? Injured legs. Oh.
You know, the burgers?
Oh. Fuck. Alright. I'm worried, but I believe this might be it. Like, 6 months ago. Hooray! Melted brain! Mr. Nick, if you push yourself any more, your soul will shatter. Please calm down, collect your thoughts, and try again. Nah, I made too many risks. Can I do it again? I thought it would just fucking kill me. Oh. But that didn't work, and presenting his broken legs don't work. Huh.
You've always been a very private guy. When he came here, he was only about 10 years old. We had just started the very big circus around the time that Russell took him in. These are really hard memories to bring up.
Akra was so happy to have joined the circus. He was especially grateful to the ringmaster, and I'm sure he's grateful to you too.
He's grateful to me too? Ah, shucks. You guys are exaggerating.
He's fidgeting around so much you can tell he's embarrassed. Okay, we'll leave. Nope, nothing. Nothing. You! Nothing? Nothing! Nothing at all! No more info out of you. Fine. No. Hey! No. I don't know anymore. Oh, hey. Mo's not here. What's that? I hear something. Stop that, Nick. You're scaring me. Monkey! That monkey's holding something. That's it. That's the thing that means a lot to Regina, remember? Alright, time to take on this monkey. Attorney style! Go full monkey! Monkey! I tried to have a monkey-to-monkey talk with him, I really did. Nick, you... I swiped it while the monkey was distracted. You're really on the ball today, Nick. Let me see it, let me see it! You can see it fine from where you are. You know what I mean, I want to try on Regina's costume. Maybe they'll take you in at the circus and I can get some peace and quiet. What's the matter now? It doesn't fit me at all. Oh well, I guess it's time for you to lay off the burgers. Not to mention it doesn't look like something any girl I know would actually wear. Alright. We met the monkey! Funky monkey! Hey, you! Here you go, Regina. Thank you! You really got it back for me. Don't mention it. I love you, Mr. Attorney. It's nothing. No wonder guys melt the mush in front of this girl. Hey, Regina. That costume is yours, right? And I tried it on, but it didn't fit me. Huh? This costume? It wasn't mine, it was Leon's. Leon's? You know, the lion she told us about? But those are pretty big. Oh, the one that someone killed. Wait a minute. Leon, he was killed, wasn't he? That's right, my dad killed him. It's either you or Acro. Why? Well, Leon did something really bad during practice. Leon was sitting down, then he opened up his mouth and, you know, rah! Usually when he did that, I would put my head into his mouth. Wait, you put your head in the lion's mouth? I sure did. People in the crowd always love seeing me do that. They'd always start screaming. You sure they were screaming because they love seeing you do that? Anyways, what was the bad thing? Oh yeah, Leon bit someone during the practice. Regina, everything was alright though, wasn't it? No, it wasn't alright. That was the problem. My dad was incredibly angry. And that's when Leon... Yeah, that's when he became a star in the sky. Poor thing. I have the info! For our clown? Probably our clown. Mo, tell us what happened 6 months ago. Yep. The cause of that accident. Leon. I heard a little bit about it from Regina. Leon made a mistake during practice, right? How did you... I told them so many times. You shouldn't be doing such dangerous acts. Like putting her head inside of Leon's mouth, right? Yeah. But Regina believed in Leon. She believed so strongly that the ringmaster went along. He could never say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bitten? Come on, Mo. Don't clam up on me now. Who did Leon bite on the head? Well, I promised I wouldn't say anything. You promised? He's involved in this too. He's involved, eh? Mo must be talking about... You! It must have been Acro, right? How did you know? Because his accident happened 6 months ago. 1 + 1 = 2, you goddamn clown. Don't worry about that, Mo. Getting to the bottom of this accident may help solve what happened to the ringmaster. No. No way. I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please, just tell me what you know. I'm sorry, Acro. Restore! It's just like you said. You know, the accident. Did someone die? No. But it probably would have been better if he had. What? How would that have been better? He's still alive. But when he got bit, he suffered massive brain damage. He'll never recover from the coma that he's in. Coma? All he does now is lie in his bed at the hospital. And that's all he's ever going to be able to do. I see. How is he related to Acro? He's his brother. Huh? The person who got bit was Acro's brother. Brother? They were an acrobat team, brothers. Acro and Bat.
Cute nicknames, I thought. Anyways, they were an incredible team. Cut down together in their prime.
Who is Acro's younger brother?
Sean Dingling. But everyone always called him Dad. He fell in love with Regina. Trying to win her love was his downfall.
Everyone seems to fall in love with Regina.
6 months ago, while we were practicing...
Real quick. 22! Fuck! Everybody's over 18. Everybody! Every fucking one of them.
While we were practicing, all of a sudden, Bat blurts out, "Let me perform a Leon."
Why'd he do that?
I don't know. But that's what caused the accident. I'll never forget that moment. It was so strange. Leon had the weirdest look in his face.
Probably, why ain't it the bitch's head in my mouth? Not this guy. Who's this asshole?
He was smiling.
He? You mean Leon?
Yeah. Leon, when he bit down, he was smiling. Some sick grin.
No way, that's impossible.
A smirking lion. A flying murderer.
Why does it seem that it's always Mo who catches all these incredible events? Nick, can lions smile?
We never told the police about the incident. The circus would have been shut down if we had. The next day, the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle.
So that's what really happened.
Well, you guys were so serious, what was I supposed to do? I had to tell you. But all this truthfulness has put me in a mood for a burger. Here, you two can have some pepper. Shaka, shaka, shaka.
Here he goes again, acting like his normal crazy self. And she's gonna sneeze.
Nice! What a wonderful sneeze.
You think so?
You sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana peel. That's basic clownsmanship. Girlie, I know you got to understand that.
Nick, I think I'd make a good clown.
Other than Regina, I've never seen a cuter sneezer.
Does Regina sneeze with pepper too?
She does! That would always tease her with pepper.
That?
From my point of view, these two have always looked so perfect together.
They look perfect together, huh? Regina? Regina? What do you think about this person? I'm not interested. Okay. Regina. Hey, you. It's weird that I don't get any more info out of you. Alright, Acro. Mr. Wright. Back again, I see. Well, you did say I'll be back. Wait, or was that someone else? We're back because Acro's hiding why his legs were injured. He was hurt in the accident 6 months ago. It would seem that he knows that we know. Well, well. It seems you've got things you want to talk about, so fire away. Just gonna do that.
How were you injured?
Are you telling me that a practice accident was the cause of your injury?
It was a lion!
Leon. 6 months ago, you were attacked by the lion. That's when you were injured. I know I'm on the right track. I just need to keep going. You're saying that I was attacked by a lion?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'm an acrobat. I'm no lion tamer. I'm no animal tamer. If a lion was coming at me, I'd be running for the exit. Okay, maybe attacked is not the best word to be using. So let me rephrase it as battled the lion. You seem to enjoy telling jokes. Why would I decide to battle a lion? Because you had to fight it. Because you had to fight it to save your brother! Bat. It was a shame what happened to your brother 6 months ago. You tried to save him, didn't you? And that's how you got that terrible injury. Mo. He must have told you. Yeah. We'll learn about Bat from Mo. But he didn't mention anything about you in regards to the accident. I suppose it was just a slip of the tongue on his part. That's how I figured it out. A slip of the tongue? Anyways, they were an incredible team. Cut down together in their prime. Cut down together. That was where he slipped. And that's how I figured it out. You two ended up at the center of the same accident. Together, like always. I see. But an accident is an accident. It wasn't anyone's fault. I still haven't broken Acro's last psyche lock. This one must be an incredibly deep-seated secret. It wasn't anyone's fault. Do you care to explain more? Acro, I know you are still hiding something from me. Maybe someone you don't seem to like much is the reason you're being abrasive. Regina! Regina. You always seem calm and collected until you start talking about her. Saying things like, she is cruel. Well done, Mr. Attorney. You've got quite the set of eagle eyes. You know, her tiger tried to attack me. Regent tried to attack you? Twice. He wasn't serious, I'm sure. You're not trying to insinuate that I believe she spurred on Leon to attack Bat, are you? Leon was never taught a command to attack people. Regina isn't capable of doing anything like that. Besides, Regina had no reason to want to hurt my little brother. Regina and Bat were such good friends back then. But you still hate Regina. I've got proof of it. What? What are you talking about? Maybe I overdid it again. But if we hand something over to Acro, maybe it'll... Here's the... Oh, she did find it in his room, didn't she?
The notes!
Take that!
This. Where'd you get it? Regina posted it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria. Before that, it was in her pocket. I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. I always take Acro's breakfast in the morning. You wrote this, and then you put it in her pocket. That's right, isn't it? That's right. Well done, Mr. Wright. You tried to kill Regina, didn't you? Oh. My legs were injured by Leon 6 months ago. My younger brother, Bat, had a dare with Regina. A dare? An absurd dare. If I can put my head inside of Leon's mouth like you do, you have to go to the movies with me on a date. That's insane! Doesn't he know how dangerous that is? We all thought he was being stupid too. But that lion was very old to begin with. And age brought with it countless experience of doing that very trick. Unfortunately, this particular time, I guess Leon wasn't ready or willing. And that's when the accident happened. He just wanted to take her out to the movies. Poor Bat. When Leon chomped down, I jumped towards him. And then Leon attacked me, and that's how I ended up. What about Bat? He's still in the coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him. I see. I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again. And that's the reason why I keep going. Bat and Regina. They were such great friends. Oh, yeah. I wanted you to take a look at this. What is it? It's the scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him. Gross. It's covered in blood. This scarf It was a present from Regina to my brother on the day of the accident. When he did it, he looked like he was smiling. He, Leon, obviously. Oh! When he bit down on Bat's head, that expression on Leon's face looked like a grin. Nick, I know, Mo said the same thing. What do you think it all means?
I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind. Oh! Miss Von Karma!
I've already heard everything, so hand over the scarf. But the scarf is evidence in the trial. That is for me to decide. I think we should begin our preparations now, Acro. Preparations? I've served a summons to Acro to appear in court tomorrow as a witness. Acro, we'll talk more at the prosecutor's office. Acro, a witness? Come, Acro. Let's go to the office. Yes, ma'am. What do we do, Nick? How are we gonna handle tomorrow? Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out. Look at you, all full of confidence. You must have found something you can use. This is all beginning to come together now. It's either Acro or Regina. I'm betting it's Acro. Like, Acro has the most reason to kill her dad. Like, definitely, he has the most reason to kill him. But again, I'm betting it was an accident. Because... Here, let's break it up. This was in Regina's pocket. So, Regina was the target. No, Mo ain't. He ain't got a killing bone in his body. Mo's just depressed. He'd kill himself if he could. But Russell is the one that got hit. When it was supposed to be her. Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina! Oh, fabulous! My sweetie pie. My sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So, what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie doesn't... Yeah! She doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous! Just enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to ya!
Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in this legal limbo. How low can you go?
Mo.
Top of the morning to you, governor.
Top of the morning.
That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk.
Oh my, thanks.
So, how are you today, right?
Well, I got the feeling today I'm going to face off against the real culprit.
You mean Acro?
You think he did it?
Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line. Literally. He's got guts to spare.
If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means I won't be able to press him like I can the other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do with our usual psychological warfare. Do without our usual psychological warfare. Today, we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. You're right, but it's gonna be tough.
Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then, she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father.
You want us to make sure that Regina watches?
Yeah. That's why I brought her here to court today.
What's that supposed to mean?
She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars.
Aww. I hope Mo becomes a reoccurring character. I like Mo. The court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Miss Von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have already discovered a new witness. Or shall I say... Ooh, sorry. A new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Order! Order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation to the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detectives stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene, on my orders.
Poor gumshoe.
Very well. Please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work. Or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Name and occupation. Ken Dingaling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Berry Big Circus. And where were you at the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witnesses... If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. It was just after 10 p.m., and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying, right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There is no way that actually happened. Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination. Can I press? Hey. You said that you were resting in bed? One would assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, why wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to go buy some curtains. sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. Ah! The witness will proceed with his testimony. Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed. That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside? I was indeed. Pressing acro doesn't seem to get results. Huh. But maybe something was contradictory in what he said just now. I mean, he said he heard a thump and it was on the 3rd floor. I don't see anything, but why would I be able to choose? Or is it a false positive? We'll come back to this. A large thump from outside the window. There really isn't anything. A few moments later, I saw someone flying. Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin or perhaps a large action figure. It's a bust. Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible. You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testify to the truth and only the truth, just as if we were there with you that night. I believe it was a human. Damn. It just strengthened his testimony. Are you sure it was a human? Are you sure it wasn't the bust? It's too early to crack out the bust. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. The light in your room is turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window. The safety light lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. But if he flew... I see a contradiction! But maybe there was something fishy. Yes! There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence? The hat. It's off. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night? Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you shouldn't have tried. You should have tried to looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough of a challenge for me. That's a shame. Because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? No, I'm afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? No. This is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Order! Order! As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? Acro is the real culprit. No, he has a grudge against Max? No. No. Max was the most convenient one. Acro really is the real culprit. Max is the easiest one to frame. This has got to be it. I don't know why I've been. I swear, I was willing to bet it was her though, and now all of the evidence is pointing towards you, Acro. Acro's the real culprit. Max was real easy. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accused Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by the theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's in a wheelchair. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary. He's staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of murder of all things... See? Even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man. Phoenix is a poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note that will confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? It might have been the monkey. I get the feeling it's the fucking monkey. It's gotta be the... Am I going crazy? It's gotta be the monkey. If anyone's going to be his accomplice, it's going to be the monkey. I feel it's a monkey. Unwitting accomplice here. Like, he could have just put a fucking string on the monkey and had it go ham. This motherfucker hoards shit in Acro's room. If anybody's going to be the accomplice, it's gonna be the monkey. Very limited, yes. But the monkey was outside that night. The monkey did fuck with Ben over here. He probably did it all from his room. I'm betting the monkey, but that's way out there. But we did cross-examine a parrot. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Is this what schizophrenia feels like? Of course he didn't. There's no accomplice here. It's just the monkey. The monkey was a tool at best. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed the murder all by himself. Order! Order! What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now, I'm going to have to prove how this all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. I feel like my fucking conspiracy board. Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then this eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, he was in his damn room the entire time. Take that! He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room? Pretty simple, huh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What say you, Mr. Dingling? That's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering what you said, what you proposed is impossible? Yes, that's it. The wires, bitch! The wires! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. But, as he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? No. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. No, he's just an accident target. An accidental target. He didn't mean to kill him. He meant to kill Regina. Definitely. But he needed someone to blame the killing on. And Max was easy enough since he's hated by basically everybody in there. So they'd be like, oh, not surprised, get that fuckhead out. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? Yes. Yes. What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... He's right. She's right. I can't mess up here. I'm gonna give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster. And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. Do we have the flying? Like, actual, like, flying. I'm betting the murder weapon is that. The bust is the murder weapon. Just slap that shit on somebody. That's heavy. That's gotta be heavy. But why was he walking around with the wooden box with the pepper inside. Like, that's gotta be the murder weapon. It looks just like Max. Right? Right. Huh. But it's gotta show how. I don't have the flying. Like, anywhere in my shit. Famed for his aerial illusions. But I don't have the wires. If I had wires, I'd be able to say he set up a fucking wire rig. Well, time to do what Canadian keeps roasting me about. Oh, nope. Okay, cool. What did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime? Yes! Okay, cool. It's this. This has got to be it. Look. It said how? I present evidence, and it says, what did he use to murder somebody? I already had it. I was saving just in case. What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust? It's quite a large bust. And because it's life-sized, it's also very, very heavy. Heavy. Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ah! See, this is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and a Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. Order! Order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster? Oh, rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. You should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well. Oh, God! I'd watch what I'd say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? But Karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There is absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. That woman will sink to any low to win a case. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. But I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? We already know how. I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony. It wasn't possible for him to lift the bust and stick himself far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. Can't let her get to me. I've got to focus. I know exactly where to go. There's no... impossible. Well, you say it would be impossible. Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window? Thus, there is no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick? Huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense. If only I could prove it somehow. I do! I have it right here! I think I've already explained things sufficiently. I already know the answer! Your Honor, that's... really? 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 Are you fucking sure? If all you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all. If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there is no way it would land a direct hit on the ringmaster's head. So that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? The main problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head. I wonder if he used some sort of tool to aim for the ringmaster. That's the ticket, Nick. Show them what you've got. I don't remember us finding any sort of tool. We got it! We got it! I'm going crazy! Here, this spot! Motherfuck! I am on the right goddamn track! What am I missing here? You gave him the note. You gave Regina the note. Am I going to use Regina? Am I going to present Regina as evidence? Look! Lodging House Plaza! The box? He wasn't carrying it, was he? It had the seasoning, too. That's it. He was stooped over trying to pick... He was going to pick it up, wasn't he? He wasn't carrying the box, was he? He was not carrying the box, was he? I guess crime scene or the box? Here, you tell me, so I don't waste a spot. I know it's one of these two now. Like if I look at the crime scene photo, he's hunched over it. It's the box. He knew someone would look at it. Fine. The box. Acro? You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the Ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the Ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the Ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean, if the bust were to fall on the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. No. Order! This is unbelievable! Finally, some of those loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Forward. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ah! The Ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he had lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The weight. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's why I was trying to point out... That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would approximately be in the same place. Full. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you've had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place the wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? In the kitchen. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. Ah, then that means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room? You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Explain that! Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. There! Tell us exactly how the witness could have carried the bust from the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all. Let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bust from the cafeteria back to his room? Oh. Alright, let's look around. Taken from the scene of the crime. It is shiny. It has a lot of shiny. The monkey. It would be the monkey. You just have to put some shiny shit on the bust, and there we go. It works. Like, the monkey's got to be pretty strong, right? Yeah, the monkey. A monkey. Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course you didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, then brought it back to home. Then brought it back home. Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Yeah, Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bust back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that by himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Order, order! I said order! Miss Von Karma! Where is the bust in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. She turned into him for a second. This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as a murder weapon. Wait. And you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron! Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ah! Don't seem so flamboozled. Especially not by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Light. And what is that? You should know. Ah! You'll forget that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Von Karma? Von Karma? Von Karma! Don't, no! Phoenix, don't. There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Do you have no object permanence, Judge? Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Light. Who was the murderer the clown saw? The bust! Take that! It was literally the bust! I ask, who was the other person Mo saw on the scene? That evidence has nothing to do with the question. It does! Objection! Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. How was that even possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off the cards. Hang one off the cards in the bust's hands. Idiot. Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? Doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of utmost importance to this case, don't you agree? Ah, you caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Acro. It would be Acro. If it looked like him, then... You might want to save. Oh. Did defendant where it hit the cloak? Oh. Oh. Hey! Robot! Get out of here. I didn't mean to click that, but sure. So, how did this person get a hold of the cloak? Ah! Furthermore, how would this person... Okay. This person was not spotted. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, cool. I could not have saved. Fuck it. Fuck it. Save scum. Who put the cloak on the bust? You. Okay, fine. I was busy looking at the damn robot. So who put the cloak on the bust? Max himself? Max himself, right? Probably. Nope. It's gonna take you like 5 guesses. Well, this is guess number 2. The first one didn't count because I was busy trying to click over there. Who put the cloak on the bust? Barry? How do I have this information? No, seriously, how do I have this information? I don't know who put it. My guess would be Regina. Sure, give me a hint. What do you got? Because my money's on Regina, even though I have no evidence. Like, it can't be the monkey. Where was the cloak before the murder? Uh-oh. In the office. Oh. Didn't he put it on? It was just a series of unfortunate events. He clocked him and then the cloak kind of just got caught on the... I'm willing to bet got caught on him. Fool! Him? Are you saying it was the victim himself? Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust? Placed the cloak isn't the right way of putting it. Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself! Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright. So, you wanna know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used the rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above that wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But, just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trilla. Then, when the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. That's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now, this is when the magic happens. At the very instant the bust hit the victim, you wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Fight. Just as much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just can't be true. It can't be. It's still just a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. The circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls the Clown. When Moe looked out of his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. So, you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro. It could only have been you. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. But there is still something unusual about Moe's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get out of this jam. That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this. It's the pepper. It's gotta be the pepper. I'm feeling the pepper. The pepper's the key. Because bat. It's what was inside the box.
Take that!
Really? Try again. Fuck! Oh, and I can't go back. Fuck! Oh! Oh! Fuck! Look, I'm here at my fucking end of my rope.
Take that!
Look. I figured it out. I figured it all out. I'm on my conspiracy board, and they're not seeing it. Fine. I just... God. You should see me with my always sunny fucking conspiracy board bullshit that I have going on right now. Fine. Here, just double save. Right here. Perfect. Evidence. It's... There's only, like, 2. This note. Nope. Unravel the trick. Why? It's the note! Regina? Is Regina the key? Is it Bat? My conspiracy board! Alright, what do you got? What do you got, Canadian? I'll brute force it. I don't care at this point. We all pieced it together. We all know. I just need the right one to get to the judge. I am not a lawyer. But it's gotta be bad. It's a piece of evidence. Well, the no footprints thing. No footprints. No footprints. Nope. Something that's a contradiction. I don't remember. I don't remember the clown's testimony. He said he heard a thump and saw it go up. He heard a thump and saw it go up. I mean, the one blow, is it the... Right there at the back of the head. The autopsy report? There's something in here. The victim was hunched over this. The wooden box. Nope. The hat. Okay. There were 2 things at the scene. The problem is Max's 3 symbols. Right. How was there a hat left behind? Okay, I see. The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, the white roses. Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool! Do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust. So how was there a hat left behind? Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine. You've got one. But what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what the ventriloquist said in court. He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said there were no white roses. I'd like you to try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of it. Please recite the incident. Please recall the incident. The instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the roses? Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, then it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Order! Order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while. Let's see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Now we need a motive. And we've already got it. We've already got the motive. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with relation to the circus is well aware of this. Yep. The target was Regina! The target was Regina! Thus, there is absolutely no way that someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. I'm not gone off the deep end, I know! This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
I know it. I know it to be true. Orenji, please.
I'm not going crazy. The target was Regina. I can't believe it. Acro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why...
Hey, pal. You gonna ignore me after I went through all this trouble to bring you some evidence?
Detective Gumshoe.
Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways.
Now, detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, detective?
Well, if you insist.
Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it?
Here you go.
This was yesterday in Acro's room.
Yep. And I've even included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
That's why this is all a secret.
Huh?
Look, the details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know. Miss Von Karma doesn't seem in control of things in there just now.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Of course the German bitch has a final solution. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me, I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. That's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here.
What did he mean by that very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me.
Oh, one more thing.
It's fucking Columbo. No, don't scare me like that.
It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant.
What?
For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acula's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acura would have to commit the crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling? Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. We finally get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Let's get this motherfucker. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster, so that was my sole purpose in life. He's just a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone would think Akira would kill a man he held in such esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro try to kill the ringmaster? He wasn't the target! Of course I'll cross-examine. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Let's just press. Mr. Phoenix Wright. When we were little... Okay, cool. We? Yes, my brother, Sean, and I. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old. My brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us, because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Berry Big Circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. Ow! No crying in court! Let's keep going. The witness may proceed with his testimony. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? It was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother, all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know, he seems like a nice guy. Which is what makes this so difficult. So, how long have you been a performer? You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dingling Marys. It's nearly our household name. Dingling. Please. Please. So close to dingleberries. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar! The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. You truly are a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Acro like a proud father. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Nah! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. No matter how you look at it, there's no way I can see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with him. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up looking like a jerk. I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it's pretty unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know. Can you provide an explanation as to why the Acro would want the ringmaster dead? I can't. Yeah, he wouldn't want him dead. Nick? Yeah. I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. You foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools are so foolishly heartless, foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Barry, the ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Barry to begin with. What? Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone that's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Nah! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Take that! Regina Barry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? Objection! You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. Objection! He can easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, "You're wrong." That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to... The only thing that's allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Barry. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Alright, Mr. Wright. At this point, the only thing that's important is evidence. This better not be a bluff. You're not going to fool me, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Those two are finishing each other's sentences now. That's enough! This court sees no reason to... What? Nor is there any reason to decide the case is against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. There's no room for Oh. No! No! I was right! He's in a coma! No! Motherfuck! Piece of shit! I am right! This is what I get for not save stating, mother. I blame you, Canadian! You knew exactly where I was going with this, too. Speed! Speed clicks! That's what you get for me. I'm not wrong! There's no need to question him. There's no need to cross-examine this witness. Why the ringmaster was murdered? There's no reason to delve into that bit of testimony when I already know the answer already. Mr. Wright, I would like to ask you a question. Yep. Can you provide... Nope, there's no evidence. It's because Acro had no reason. Blep, blep, blep. It wasn't your target. See, they're just whipping each other. Trying to kill her. Let me just... So I don't have to go through all this again if I do get wrong. Oh, nope. Objection! Whipping each other. Here we go. Now I get the double. I wasn't sure if I'd get past it. Why? Demand to see some proof. Evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. Well, it's the goddamn note. The note? The note. Of course it's the note. I would have presented his brother. Been like, he's in a coma. She was the one training the lion. Whatever. I was on the right track. Wrong item. Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, "To the Murderer." Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So, you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean, it wasn't for the... Yes, that's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours... It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father... the ringmaster saw the note? That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of the Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible! Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today. Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I would have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bust fly. Hey, Nick? Isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is! Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Acro wrote this note to Regina! Objection! Foolishly foolish fool, foolishly foolish, foolish fool. You're so foolish, you even made me sound like a foolhardily fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yeah, what about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this... Oh. I think I know what happened. The lion had to sneeze. Just gonna... So we don't have to go through all that again? You just don't get it, do you?
What? What did you just say?
The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in the place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it now. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron!
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so.
Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I'd certainly like to know what it is.
If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. It's the pepper. It's the pepper.
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence was what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you saying Regina Barry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways.
If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Barry's intended victim?
Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead.
Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina did that to him?
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up of new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Barry, is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina would never do something like that. It's not in her.
It was probably accidental. They fucked around with Pepper. So then, what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I see.
Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident?
I honestly don't know. She's so out there. But they fucked around with Pepper and I feel like it was an accident because there's let me just look, I've had to retry this 3 times. No, I ain't doing this again. It was more than that, probably. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being.
She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. The Pepper.
Nick, are you sure you want to go with that?
Huh? Alex, it does! Are you fucking kidding me? See, I made a good choice. Yeah, I made a good choice saving. They pranked each other with that shit. Look at that. Look, look, look. I was right. I was right. It's the fucking scarf. I had to use the fucking scarf. But look, small quantity of
Pepper.
That's just a scarf. Acro, this scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There's something more than just blood in this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper.
Pepper.
Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You did a good job of fingering a criminal, but out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Barry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. The bats to put his head in the lion's mouth. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before the bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object. For objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intended to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper. And that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother to this accident. Or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. Ha! It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone else who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me what I said was true? Acro, you don't mean... You can't mean... Witness! Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright. Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster,
Where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or lack thereof to be more precise. The murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would certainly be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. It's the last step. If I get this right, it's not going to be in his room. It's not going to be in his room, but there's a lot of progress. Let's wait to see how things turn out, because we're not going to find it in his room. We're going to find a lot of scuff marks, though. We're going to find a lot of scuff marks in his room, so maybe we can search for that. I did see a bunch of scuff marks in the floor. We're going to search his room. The defense requests to search the room of the witness, Ken Dingling. What is it now? It looks like you still haven't figured things out, have you? By now you must know the meaning of Von Karma Total Justice. You mean? A Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Ackler's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Ackler would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, the bust, Max's bust, was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second, there's something funny about all of this. Looks like you lack the final nail to put into my coffin. But, what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Ugh. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust. Where is it now? Huh. Where is the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems that this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. Duh. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness. Oh. Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. What? Oh god! Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you actually have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait, you can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. And now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue. And I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic. There's no room for a false step. Sink or swim. The only way through is forward. The murder weapon.
Somewhere in this courtroom.
There's no way he's had it with him the entire time. This option is out. This one is completely out. I would say somewhere in the big top. But he would be seen wheeling it around. So the most outlandish option would be in this courtroom. There's no way he's had it with him the entire time. I refuse to believe he's had that thing, like, duct taped under his wheelchair the entire time. So where could it have gone? So Acro's on the 3rd floor here. I did not see it anywhere in here. But it could have been... I don't know. Watch this be the right answer. I am at a loss. I'm willing to bet it's one of these two up here. It can't be in the fucking court. I refuse. But let's see. Fuck it. Let's go. We ball. Look under his wheelchair. Canadian, please. Please, Canadian. Help. If it's somewhere in this courtroom, I'm going to flip my shit. I am save scumming to save my time here. Look at this. Fine, somewhere in the courtroom. Let's go. We ball. It's obvious. The bust is somewhere inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust for the witnesses stand. No. There's no fucking way. No, go back. No. No, it can't give me more. The witness stand. It's with him the entire time. He's the mannequin. It's the judge. He's the mannequin. What the fuck? Sure, it's with him the entire time. Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to hide a bust under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing you could laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it. In the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. No fucking way. No fucking way. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. No! 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 I'm with her! I am with her! You motherfuckers did not, like, search his person? When was it? What year was this, like, released? There's metal detectors. There's platinum cards there. I believe those would have set it off. What the fuck? How could you? You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Two of them. Miss Francesca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw away the ashes with the trash. Regina always took out my trash every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't have thrown that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. The only place I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair.
But even then, it's like you can look through the spokes and see how thick thighs do you have. Like, you haven't been able to use your legs in 6 months. I'm sure they've atrophied. How thick are your thighs to hide a bust? A life-sized bust of Max? You gotta have, like, Zangief thighs to do that.
Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. But now, to be caught in the middle of court, hiding the murder weapon, there's no way I can escape that.
Even then, his legs have to be spread out, so it's like, where the fuck are your knees? What? Okay, man. I wasn't expecting it to be in your wheelchair the entire time, but cool.
It all makes sense now.
I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing.
Uh-huh. I definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't.
I can't believe it. Me. Make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? They both got the same voice for a second. Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime.
Acro.
All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it, too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decide to do something about Regina. How dreadful.
Are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet.
This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict.
Yay! After 4 guilty verdicts, here we are! Hooray!
This court is adjourned.
I was on the right track and I kept fucking it up. I knew how it went before I was able to solve it. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bats. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question. And one I don't know the answer to.
Many congrats! Only at max. 1,000,000 of them.
Thank you.
What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. If you worry about people too much, you'll never be like this forever. And never be happy.
Ah!
She's been like this for a while now.
Ah, she's broken. We broke her. Sweetie pie. Pat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina. Mr. Wright, please tell me something. What do you want to know, Miss Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro... is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? No. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure I can believe that? Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. We're gonna get this right. This is not gonna be Maya at the end of the first game. I want to know you're not making stuff up about Acro not wanting revenge. He's in a coma. That's what I feel it's this. It's the monkey? No. Are you sure it's the monkey? Are you really sure? I will take... sure. Sure, I'll say it's the monkey. I'll believe you. Sure, yeah. So what about this? Do you understand? Well, you're lying to me. You... Sure, Canadian. Nope. Whoops. Whoops. I'll believe you. Got it. Don't believe Canadian. I feel it's the brother. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. But Bat... That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught... Uh-huh. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until he can meet... And then until he can meet Acro again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo?
We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So, whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract.
I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now?
Nah, that's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers. No one wants to leave this circus. That's why I've made a decision.
What is it?
I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this into the best circus the world has ever seen.
The best circus the world has ever seen?
Don't laugh!
That's quite the goal. Yay, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fantabulous. What do you say, big guy?
I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you.
Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to the court today? Now we've got to work together to make the Very Big Circus bigger than it's ever been.
No.
Mo's right, Sweet Pie. It can't be the Very Big Circus without Regina Berry.
Max. Nick. It seems like that everything is going to turn out all right here. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats.
I see. What made the case?
Yesterday's surprise, Wright. Oh, okay, you had it all figured out, didn't you?
It was just a theory. If Acura really was the killer, I thought it was the only way it could have ended. Especially if he was not the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acura's, I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office.
Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Edgeworth is alive! I knew it! Edgeworth! I am a failure! We fucked up the case like 5 times, but we're good.
Alright. That was fun.
It's kilometer curveless. Okay.
And... Bop. Bop.
Look at that. Fancy. I am fancy streamer.
Alright, guys. I'll see y'all Monday with more Xenoblade. Maybe I'll stream some Sunday night. Depends. But later, everybody.